My husband and I recently boarded the Celebrity Summit for a 16-day repositioning cruise from Fort Lauderdale, Florida to Los Angeles, California via the Panama Canal. And I cannot wait to share with you a tour and review of this beautiful ship. But first, a tribute to all the people that made the cruise an unforgettable experience. As we sailed across the breathtaking horizons and the wonders of the Panama Canal, it is your unwavering commitment, tireless energy, and genuine hospitality that truly made this voyage unforgettable. While the ocean offered beauty and the ship brought luxury, it is you, the people behind every smile, every meal, every perfectly made bed, and unforgettable experience, who created the magic on board. From the cheerful greetings at sunrise to the thoughtful touches late into the evening, your professionalism, kindness, and attention to detail did not go unnoticed. You represent not just a crew, but a family, diverse in background, yet united in purpose to make every moment at sea memorable. For that, we thank you. The Celebrity Summit is the third of 4 Millennium Class ships, and her inaugural voyage was October 2001. In 2019, she had a major multi-million-dollar Revolution upgrade, which brought her in line with the newer Edge-class ships in terms of technology and luxury. She has a guest capacity of 2,218 based on double occupancy, is served by 999 crew members, and has 12 guest decks. Although she is indeed beautiful and modern-looking, and the staff do a great job of cleaning and maintaining her, she is showing her age in some areas. Besides rust on exterior surfaces and broken window seals, a major area where she shows her age is the heavy hinged non-electric doors accessing the outdoor promenade on Deck 4 and upper sun decks. Stairwells with elevators are located forward and aft, and there is a set of port-side elevators midship and a separate set of stairs just aft of the midship area. The Summit has themed artwork from Celebrity Cruises' art collection in each stairwell. At the forward stairwell is mixed media sculptures, midship is beadwork busts of women, and in the aft stairwell is hand-blown silver glass. With all this beautiful art to look at, it makes it interesting to use stairs instead of elevators. I am currently on Deck 11 here, as this is where our cabin is located. On this tour, we are going to access each deck from the forward stairwell and work our way aft. But first, we are going to use this midship portside elevator here to go down to midship Deck 1. Deck 1 is predominantly a crew-only deck, but it is the location of gangways used to access ports of call and the medical center. Hope you never need to come here, but at least you will know where it is. These gangways here you will use during your cruise. Now it's back up the stairs. We're going to pass Deck 2, as it is only a passenger cabin deck, and we'll make our way to the forward stairwell on Deck 3 to officially start this tour. Deck 3 is a deck with passenger cabins and public spaces. At the forward stairwell and heading starboard, we come to a hallway that, if we were to go left towards the front of the ship, we would come to the theater, but there is no guest access from this deck. Turning right to head towards the aft of the ship, we enter a hallway of guest cabins. The port side is similar. Exiting the starboard cabin hallway, we enter the grand foyer. We will check out what is in this area in a moment, but first, this grand staircase. It leads up to Deck 4, and there are overlooks from Deck 5 and Deck 4. To the starboard side of the grand foyer is the excursions desk, where you can book ship and shore excursions. Continuing around towards the front, Those glass doors lead to a gangway that is used on embarkation day and at some ports of call. Passing the starboard hallway we just exited, this is the location of guest services. We pass the port side cabin hallway that leads to the forward stairwell, the concierge desk, the port side gangway, and this area is the location of the port side midship glass elevators. These elevators access decks 1 to 11. If you are looking for a place to sit and read a book or play a game, or just sit and watch the water as it passes, behind the elevators here is a little lounging area. We did notice while sitting in these chairs on sea days, some mechanical noise comes up the elevator shaft. But it was a nice out-of-the-way place and not very busy. Heading towards the aft here on the port side, you can cross over to the starboard side here behind the stairs. Aft of the grand foyer and on the port side is a short hallway with 7 ocean view cabins. There is a specialty dining venue after this area, but there's no access from this hallway. Crossing over the midship stairwell, another peek forward on the starboard side at the excursions desk. In this area are public restrooms and a couple tables. On a couple occasions during our cruise, a family was using these tables to homeschool their children. Here on the starboard side are 2 hallways. This hallway provides access to the meeting place, the conference room on the ship. The 2 conference rooms are called Inspire and Connect, and they can be one big room or divided into 2 meeting rooms. Activities were held here during our cruise. Of course, you cannot walk through these conference rooms to access the aft stairwell. To access the aft stairwell and the Tuscan Grill, you must take the starboard cabin hallway. Here at the aft stairwell is the location of the other entrance to the meeting place and the Tuscan Grill. The Tuscan Grill is Celebrity Cruise Line's signature Italian steakhouse. It offers Italian favorites in a rustic yet sophisticated atmosphere. Open nightly for dinner, Tuscan Grill was about $55 per person on our cruise. Exiting the Tuscan Grill, we will now make our way back to the forward stairwell and head up to Deck 4. Deck 4 is a deck of indoor and outdoor public spaces. Heading starboard, before turning left and going into the theater, there is an exit out to the promenade walkway. This walkway has great close-to-the-ocean views, but it does not encircle the entire ship. This is as far forward as guests can go, and it extends all the way to the aft stairwell. This side of the ship has a smoking section, and it is located at the midship stairwell area. Back inside, we make our way into the Summit Theater. This multi-level theater seats about 900 people and has great sight lines to the stage. From the front here, we are on level with Deck 3, and it extends up to Deck 5 there in the balcony. For our cruise, this theater was used for enrichment talks and for nightly entertainment. Celebrity does a pretty good job with the entertainment. Most entertainers were guest entertainers such as violinist, saxophonist, several solo vocalists, a stuntman, a magician, and a comedian. The only negative I would say about this nightly entertainment is for our 16-day cruise, the celebrity singers and dancers only performed 3 shows in this theater. Since I prefer those kind of shows, I was a little disappointed. The 3 shows we did see here were very good. As we exit the theater on the port side, let's buzz out to get a quick peek of the port side walkway. Same as the starboard side, this is as far forward as you can go. Still a great place to lounge or walk. Back inside, crossing over the stairwell, we head aft on the starboard side and enter the space used by Park West Art Gallery and the Photo Gallery. This room to the left here is used by Park West. Park West sells their art here, and they also hold auctions in a lounge further back on this deck. Here at the Photo Gallery, besides purchasing photos taken of you during the cruise, this is where you come if you have issues with the Wi-Fi. This area is also the location of the Retreat Lounge. This lounge is for retreat suite guests only. It offers concierge service, complimentary drinks, and entertainment throughout the day. This used to be Michael's Club, but was changed to the Retreat Lounge during the 2019 renovation. After the gallery and retreat lounge area, we come to the casino. There is both a port side and a starboard entry to the casino. This is the starboard side. I am not a gambler, so I did not spend any time here. There is a bar servicing this area, and the casino is a non-smoking casino. I was very surprised that this casino was not very busy for our cruise. There were days we came through here and there were only a handful of people in here. Leaving the casino, we arrive at the middle level of the Grand Foyer. There is access to this area from Deck 3 via the Grand Staircase. To the starboard side is Crush, the vodka bar, and the ever-popular Martini bar with its frosty countertops. The bartenders at this venue are not just mixologists, they are also performers. They have a show every evening at about 8 o'clock. Port side and around the overlook is lounge seating. The glass elevators also take up space on the port side. After the Grand Foyer is the midship stairwell. Outside this exit door is the smoking section on the outdoor promenade. Heading aft, we enter the Rendezvous Lounge. This lounge is a quiet place to read during the day when there are no art auctions or other activities. But in the evening, it is a popular lounge for live music and dancing. After the Rendezvous Lounge, we arrive at the aft stairwell area, a door to access the outdoor walkway, and entrance to the lower level of the Cosmopolitan dining room. Entering the dining room, just inside this door is the escalators for staff to access the kitchens down on Deck 3. Heading deep inside this gorgeous dining room, it has breathtaking aft views, and we will get a better look out that window when we are up on Deck 5. Level 4 Cosmopolitan Restaurant is the dining room for guests with anytime dining. This dining room truly is gorgeous. I'm going to pause quickly here, as this is a section we ate in every evening. Yes, we had anytime dining, but on the first night, the maitre d' informed us that if we would like the same table and waiter every night, we could make a reservation. We agreed to a 5 p.m. eating time, and I am so glad we did. Our waiter, Usama, and assistant waiter, Hendrik, were amazing. As for the food in this dining room, it too was very good. There was some overlap of menu because it was a 2-week voyage, but there was still very good variety. Our entire section at 5 to 6:30 p.m. every evening was the same people, so we got to know our fellow passengers pretty well by the end of the cruise. Exiting the lower level of the Cosmopolitan, crossing over the aft stairwell and heading to the port side, there is another exit door out to the promenade and the entrance to the Lumine dining room. Lumine is the exclusive dining room for retreat guests, and it offers an elevated dining experience. It is now time to head back towards the forward stairwell to continue our tour up on deck 5, but first, a quick stop to see this little alcove here on the port side between the casino and the art gallery. In 2016, the Tuscan Grill replaced the Normandy restaurant. The Normandy is a restaurant very similar to the Murano restaurant found on the Solstice class ships. This alcove pays tribute to that restaurant. Now to deck 5 to continue our tour. Deck 5 is a deck of public spaces. Heading towards the starboard side of the ship and turning left, we enter the balcony area of the theater. This theater has great sight lines to the stage. As we leave the theater via the port side, if you are going to be transiting the Panama Canal like we did, you might want to know that access to the helipad at the front of the ship is from this area. Portside Deck 5. I have also heard that the helipad is also open for concierge class and elite guests on occasions. Exiting the theater on the port side, we cross the forward stairwell. Head right this time towards the aft of the ship and come to the shops area. Here you will find all the shops you normally find on a cruise ship, and they are all in this area. They flank both the starboard side here and the port side. Here is also where you will find the future cruise desk where you can book your next cruise. Port side of this area is a glass enclosed meeting area, and for our cruise, the future cruise desk had seminars on different cruise itineraries in that room. Continuing aft on the starboard side, we pass the handbag store and innovations, the authorized Apple retail store on board the Summit. Leaving the shops area, we come to the upper level of the grand foyer and location of Cafe Al Bacio. This is the specialty coffee bar. The coffees and teas here are not included in the cruise fare, but they do have complimentary pastries, treats, and small bites available here at this counter throughout the day. Port side up to the grand foyer is a location of the glass elevators and also gelateria. The gelato is not included in the cruise fare, but if you are a Captain's Club member, you do get 1 scoop of this gelato during your cruise. A great place to lounge and get breathtaking views is this area right here. But this place is often very busy and it's hard to get a seat next to the windows. After the grand foyer is the location of the midship stairs and the location of Cellar Masters, the wine bar on board Celebrity Summit. In the evenings, this area hosts live entertainment, but during the day it is quiet and a great place to sit and read or watch people go by. Port side of Cellar Masters is Sushi on 5. This restaurant is the a la carte sushi restaurant, and for our cruise, it was open lunchtime on sea days and during dinner time every evening. Exiting Cellar Masters, we arrive at the aft stairwell. An exit door to a balcony area. Oh, and a quick note about these balcony areas here on Deck 5. They are located both on the starboard side here and over on the port side. Guests can access them. And besides the doors here at the aft stairwell, there is also an access point via stairs from the Deck 4 outside promenade walkway. Now, back to our tour. Aft on the starboard side here is the upper level of the Cosmopolitan Dining Room. This is the entrance for guests with scheduled dining times. Like Deck 4, this area of the dining room is beautiful. and get a look at that awesome view of the ship's wake through this focal point of the dining room. Stunning. Exiting the Cosmopolitan dining room, we cross over the aft stairwell and arrive at the portside exit to the balcony and the location of Blue. Blue is the dining room for Aqua Class guests and offers a healthy dining menu. Now it is time to make our way back to the front of the ship to head upstairs to the upper decks. Decks 6, 7, 8, and 9 are entirely passenger cabin decks. Deck 10 has a few passenger cabins, but it is otherwise a deck with public spaces. Heading starboard here at the forward stairwell, to the left, that is forward of this area, is a group of 13 passenger cabins that were added in the 2019 refurb. Heading aft, we enter the solarium, the adult-only area of the ship. Starboard side here are loungers and tables and chairs with great views of the ocean. This area is climate controlled. The glass roof provides ample light and glimpses of Deck 11, but it does not retract. Great during times of inclement weather. The solarium pool is open from 7 a.m. until 11 p.m. It is a thalassotherapy pool. That means it is a warm saltwater pool. It is flanked by 2 hot tubs. This shower area here provides one of the only 2 access points between the starboard side and port side without going into the pool itself or exiting the solarium. On the port side here, like the starboard side, there are loungers next to the pool, and next to the outer glass walls are loungers. This area is a very popular area and generally full every sea day. I have to say this saltwater pool is very relaxing. A great temperature and very therapeutic. We generally never spend time in cruise ship pools, but we spent a great deal of time in this one. As you can tell, to access this area, you need to navigate some steps. To accommodate guests with mobility issues, there is a chairlift by the starboard side hot tub. Continuing aft, this little hallway connects the starboard and port side of the solarium and is the location of the Spa Cafe. Other than the smoothies and juices, this menu is included in your cruise fare and offers lighter, healthier food options for breakfast and lunch, as well as coffee and tea. Exiting the solarium, we enter the main pool deck. Loungers oriented to sea views flank the outer walls. Heading to the middle of the deck here, we take these steps up to a platform to get a good look at this area. There are 2 pools and 4 hot tubs in this area. And loungers surround these pools. The overlook up to Deck 11 also provides seating and views of this pool deck. The pool bar is located there and is open daily to service this area. Stairs here on the port side and on the starboard side lead up to Deck 11. You do not have to check out towels on the summit. If there isn't a towel on your lounger, you may pick one up here. Heading aft on the starboard side, here is a ping pong table. And just after the pools is a stage with open deck space in front of it. This area hosted live music, DJ music, workout classes, dance classes, games and activities, and dance parties. Port side of this area has loungers oriented to the sea like starboard side, and that section there is the smoking section. In that alcove, there is another ping pong table. Heading back to the starboard side, before entering the midship area, we come to the pool grill. This is the hamburger, hot dog, and french fry venue that is open during lunch times. Not as good as Carnival's Guy's Burger Joint or Holland America's Dive Burger Joint, but it is still very good in its own right. There is a drink station here, and we now enter the midship area. Towards the port side is the glass elevators. Further aft is the midship stairwell, and we now arrive at the Ocean View Cafe, the buffet here on Celebrity. Like the other Celebrity Cruise buffets, I think the buffet here on the Summit is one of my favorites. Great variety, layout, and overall quality for a buffet. Immediately inside is Scoops. At breakfast time, they serve juices and other beverages here, but later in the day, this is where you will find hard and soft serve ice cream, as well as gluten-free and sugar-free desserts. There are various seating options all the way to the aft of the ship, both here on the starboard side and on the port side. Our favorite spot was the high-top counters facing the ocean. At the entry to the buffet is also a hand-washing station, and there is a monitor here, and I will explain that when we finish the buffet over on the port side. As we head aft, we come to the first of the buffet stations and this corridor that connects the starboard side with the port side. Drink station is here on the left. To the right here is the aft stairwell. Note, you cannot access the aft stairwell from the port side of the buffet, as that is the kitchen access. Continuing aft, we pass another drink station and arrive at another corridor to access the port side, and this too has various buffet stations. Exiting the buffet, we enter the Sunset Bar. Besides great places to sit and get great views of the wake, sunsets, and sunrises, from here on the starboard side, you can access decks 11 and 12. And over here on the port side, you can access deck 11. Portside buffet is very similar in layout to the starboard side. We are going to jump to the port side midship entrance to talk layout and review of the food here. This map shows the stations in the buffet and what is being served at any given time. What a great idea! Although I found it more fun to actually walk all the way around and see what was being offered, if you are in a hurry, you can always consult this map. The food in the buffet was good, but what made this buffet great to me was the variety, the great salad bar and options for fresh, unprocessed food, the hummus bar, and the themed meals. Get a load of this Easter dessert display. Great job, Celebrity. Before we leave the buffet, I do have to mention this wonderful bakery station here. Great fresh homemade rolls, breads, croissants. Yum. We are now back at the midship area and will make our way forward and check out the spa and salon before we head up to deck 11. Oh yeah, I want to quickly point out this hole in this pillar. It is a pool towel return. It was several days into our cruise before we found this location to return our used towels. Good use of space, in my opinion. Exiting the solarium, we are back at the forward stairwell. To the left is the location of the men's and ladies' changing rooms. In these changing rooms are toilets, a shower, a dry sauna, if you could call it that, because there was a bucket in here and there was steam when I was in here. There's also a handicap shower and some lockers. This area is open to all guests. Forward of the changing rooms is the salon. This full-service salon is where you can get beauty treatments, manicures, pedicures, haircuts, and more. I had my nails done here, and it was great watching the ocean while she was doing my nails. Forward of the reception desk is a hallway of spa treatment rooms and a pre-appointment lounge area. Great place to grab some fruit-infused water before or after your workout or treatment, or any time of day, really. From this lounge is the access to the fitness center, well equipped and with great forward-facing ocean views. There is an exercise classroom on the starboard side as well. Exiting the fitness center, we enter the Persian Garden relaxation area. This area is not included in the cruise fare, and as I did not have a pass and did not use this area, I cannot share a review about it. But with no ocean views, I am not sure I would even try it on this ship. Exiting the Persian Garden, our tour of Deck 10 is now complete, and we make our way up to Deck 11. Deck 11 has public spaces in the forward and midship area and a group of interior and balcony cabins in the aft. Port side of the forward stairwell is the location of the children's areas on board the ship. We are going to stop in at the teen area first. This is X Club. This was not open during our cruise as there were no teens cruising with us. What a neat place for these teens. Next to X Club is the arcade. This is open for all guests. Next door is Camp at Sea. This inviting area is for young cruisers ages 3 to 11 years old. It is supervised by trained youth staff and contains the latest gaming technology along with play areas and arts and craft areas. Exiting Camp at Sea and crossing over the forward stairwell, we come to the Sky Lounge. This area has a dance floor, a bar, and great forward and side-facing ocean views. This beautiful lounge was a very busy place throughout the day and evening. It hosted trivia, karaoke, activities, dance parties, theme nights, and it even hosted the celebrity singers and dancers for a small show one evening early in the cruise. Just outside the Sky Lounge before exiting to the outside deck, we pause a moment to enjoy this art sculpture. It is in this alcove with a very high ceiling. As I mentioned in the introduction to this video, the doors to the outdoors on this ship are very heavy. This one in particularly is very heavy. Outside, we turn and face the front of the ship, and here we see a lift that provides access to Deck 12 as there is no elevator up to that deck. Deck 12 forward is the sun deck for retreat guests only. There are stairs accessing the deck on both the starboard here and over on the port side. I was granted permission to access this deck on embarkation day, so I can show it to you now. This is the lift we saw while on Deck 11. There are various types of loungers on this deck. A hot tub is front and center of this deck. And behind this area and accessing it from the port side is another area with loungers and tables and chairs. Here, lunch is available from 11:30 to 2:30. Back here on Deck 11 forward, as we make our way towards the aft of the ship, we pass the enclosure to the solarium and arrive at the area encircled by the jogging track. As the only outdoor walking jogging space on a cruise with a lot of sea days, this jogging track was a very busy place at all hours of the day. This is a port day, so it is less busy today. At the pool overlook and looking towards the front, this is the mast bar. It is the bar that services this area. The table and chairs here on the starboard side is the non-smoking section, and the ones on the port side is the smoking section on the deck. Continuing aft, our next destination is the midship area, which is the location of one of the specialty dining venues. That area can be accessed easily from outside on this deck or by the glass midship elevators and midship stairs. We are now at the midship glass elevators and the location of Le Petit Chef at Cuisine. This specialty dining venue is unique as it involves a show as well as a meal. We had the opportunity to eat here one night and we enjoyed the experience. There is more than one menu, and although the one we experienced was very good, after reading the menu of the alternative dinner show, I wish we had chosen the other menu. Watch the website in the months leading up to your cruise for deals. We were able to get this meal for over 50% off. Note about the midship stairs. They can be accessed, but only through that door. Exiting Cuisine, we enter the sun deck from this door. This is the portside view looking back towards the aft. The view on the starboard side is about the same, so we are going to go back around to the starboard side. Overlooking this lounging area between midship and aft is a celebrity logo on the funnel. We think of this as the letter X, but did you know originally what now looks like the X is actually the Greek symbol Chi? It has been retained as a connection to the cruise line's founders who were Greek. In this area is also a set of stairs up to deck 12, along with a lift to access the area as there is no elevator up to that deck. We'll head up there in a moment, but first, let's check out this group of cabins. The aft stairwell. This block of cabins was added in 2012, and the balcony cabins on this deck are Aqua Class cabins. This is the location of our cabin. Want a peek inside? Let's do it. We thoroughly enjoyed this cabin, even though we did not spend much time here. We chose this cabin because of its quick access to outside spaces. The portside hallway here has an exit out to stairs that will take you down to the sunset bar, and one towards the front that will take you out to the sun deck. Back on the starboard side, the door we just entered is there. And out this door is steps leading down to the sunset bar on deck 10 and up to deck 12. Deck 12 is our final stop on this tour. Let's go up and check it out. This is the rooftop terrace. Here you can lounge or watch movies in the outdoor theater. Just forward of this area is the basketball court. Of course, pickleball was also played here. Such a great space and a great way to end this video. I hope you enjoyed this tour of the Celebrity Summit. She indeed is a beautiful ship, well taken care of, and we thoroughly enjoyed the 16-day Panama Canal cruise. For those of you that we met on this cruise, if you are watching this, please leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. I do read them. Until next time, God bless and safe cruising out there.